bet when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't want to fuss, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest. The CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one into the end zone for an opening touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
With the handoff to
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Check. Lucky. Hey, zero. I'll go.
Now it's Wilson. Going for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knock the ball away.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 20.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Brady to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Brady to throw again. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
At the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Levante David in on the tackle. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3. Buccaneers, nothing.
On second down now. It's Carson, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And able to find Dorsett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Down. Carson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now he'll escape to his right. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
For a Seattle.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. On second down, it's Carson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
45. Mike, 45. Here we go.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Options galore here, second and a few inches. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Third down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
He's checking, reload!
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll run with Dobbins, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Good. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's caught inside the 25 and all the way down to the 5. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Seahawks 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 33 yards. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Third and 2, now Wilson. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Throwing on first down is Brady. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
Full score set on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Here's second and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second and 11 now. Brady. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And some room to work. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
27-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson, they find some open field here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Brady. Caught by Jones. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 23. Now Brady again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They run again with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
On the carry.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Play action, now it's Brady. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Brady. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Back at the 41-yard line.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds McCoy. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Complete to Amari
5
Cooper.
touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Seahawks 24.
And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable for Dorsett. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Down by Levante David. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll go again with Dobbins. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go again to Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Buccaneers 42.
It has been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable for Dorsett. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Set on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Devin White, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Brady now on 1st down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Amari Cooper saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Buccaneers 49, Seahawks 24. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 56, Seahawks 24.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Ball carrier,
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now Wilson to throw on third down. He's going to let it fly. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Looking downfield for... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
14,
Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable for Dorsett. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their back's against the wall. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
17-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. But you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke and got rich. I live it blunt in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive to do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
T-Rag got me.
Head boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate. Stay hydrated. Protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, play. So what you gon' do?
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done kill Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. You I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle, the top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? Why the rush modern day execution, think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire.